So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to session 3 of several sessions called Tom Kelly Almost Unlocked, brought to you by Pesky Swerve Productions in the person of Mr. Mark Weaver, who's sitting behind the camera and also controlling all of the gizmos, all the recording stuff. Again, same format as in the past. I'll just sing you a few songs. And the first one I'm going to do is a song called Frost on the Fields, written by a man called Steve Thomason, who sadly died last year, but has left a great catalogue of work behind him. A lot of it's available on Spotify. And I got this song from the singing of Peter Collins. Well, the frost was set hard on the fields, and the sun, it hung low in the sky. The crops, they had ceased for to yield, and the ewes and the cattle all die. Oh, where were you then in our need, where we called for your aid and we cried? Oh, help us our children to feed. And you turned your head and passed by. So we fled from the land in our droves, to the dark of the mills were condemned. Farewell to our pastures and groves, our children were still cold and clem. Oh, where were you then in our need, when we called for your aid and we cried? Oh, help us our children to feed. And you turned your head and passed by. The depression, it robbed us of pride, and the mills, they were all closing down. So we marched with the new Union tide to the south from our bleak northern towns. Oh, where were you then in our need, where we called for your aid and we cried? Oh, help us our children to feed. And you turned your head and passed by. Well, you gathered your wealth from our need, making money from money again, making greed your religion and creed, and ignoring the working man's pain. Oh, where were you then in our need, when we called for your aid and we cried? Oh, help us our children to feed. And you turned your head and passed by. Now you live in your country estates, with your bonuses keeping you warm. You hope that your fortified gates will help you to weather the storm. Oh, where are you now in our need, when we call for your aid and we cry? Oh, help us our children to feed. And you still turn your head and pass by. Oh, where are you now in our need, when we call for your aid and we cry? Oh, help us our children to feed. And you still turn your head and pass by. Steve Thomason.